Distractions doesn't look dangerous until it's too late. Say that again. Distractions does not look dangerous until it's too late. I just wrote a book called Characteristics of Women in the Bible, 12 ordinary women with extraordinary lessons that we can learn. A new book that just came out. You can go to my website and get it, TonyaHarden.com. Right there, go and get it. But if it's not available yet, it will be very, very soon. But I want to share with you some principles and pull out some things within this book. 5 different things that I've learned while reading. I mean, not this book, but this particular character or person that I'm using, Eve, that is in the Bible that I talk about. The dysfunction of the conversation that she was having. One of the things I pull out of that chapter that I kind of went deeper with is that, man, dysfunctional conversations that happen between people. It was very dysfunctional that Eve was talking to a snake. Like, what? And sometimes we as people have those same dysfunctional conversations that we should be able to walk away from. I heard an older person say that I can listen, I can hear what someone says, but doesn't mean I have to listen, because when I listen, my actions start to change. Be careful of those that are around you when they hear what someone else says about you and their action starts to change, because not only did they listen, but they believe what that person said. Most of the time, people just want to believe what they want to believe and not understand that there's 2 sides or 2 different things that happen in the story, especially if you were not there. So I learned how to just hear, but don't mean I have to really listen to what you're saying, and take in what you're saying. And Eve was at a point where she listened to the snake. And because of that, a couple of things happened. And I kind of pulled this out of the book as number one, she allowed distractions that disconnected her from destiny. Immediately, because of this distraction, immediately, just that quick, your life can be changed because you allowed some conversation to distract you from your divine destiny. You made a decision, not on anybody else. It was your choice to listen. It was your choice to take it in. It was your choice to make the decision. And so because of that distraction, it delayed you from destiny. Number 2, the enemy doesn't need to destroy you. He just needs to distract you. You got to remember that. And I share that in the book. He don't need to destroy you. If he could just distract you from the very thing that you're designed to do, distract you with your thoughts, distract you with your feelings, how you felt about something. Like, my feelings are right. Can I pause and park this? Park and say this. It's not all about being right sometimes. It's just about understanding, okay, what part did I play in it? And sometimes because we want to be right, we continue to walk on our feelings, which equals failure. That allows us to make decisions that distracts us and delays us from destiny. Here's the thing. One of the things that I pull out of this book with this particular woman in the Bible is I show you that she allowed the destruction and distraction of the enemy to get her to a point to leave the alignment that God had designed her for. Because there were some things that I believe that could have happened different if she would have made another decision. But because of this decision, and God allowed it, the enemy just needed the distraction. He didn't want to destroy her. He just needed to distract her so that we can go on a different path in this world, right? And that's what I kind of deep dive into this book about. Number 3, the other thing that I show you when it comes to distraction doesn't look like danger until it's too late, is that we realize that distractions often come dressed in curiosity. Is that we find out, and I kind of show you that you become curious, especially when it's conversations that are disconnecting you or being around those that are not aligned to the atmosphere that God is trying to build in you. Oh my God, you find yourself like, dang, my curiosity got the best of me. And my curiosity changed the trajectory of my life. And because I was so curious about the conversation, curious about, what my feelings, curious about, like, this is not harmless. This is not going to hurt me. So I'm going to try this thing. I almost said something, Jesus, on the main line. I tried this thing of stepping out on my husband or stepping out on my wife. I tried this thing and it was a distraction. That was a delay. I just needed to be curious to see if the grass is greener on the other side. I needed to be curious to see, can I take that, can I try this and do it? And knowing that my characteristics of distraction really cause delay. Number 4, when women lose focus, generations are affected. I show you that. Just that quick. Your whole generation affected because of a decision that you made. Generational curse. And because of Eve's decision, just that quick, we now as women have to go through labor pains. Adam has to work by the sweat of his bra. We have to work now. When there was a time we didn't, just that quick. It may not seem like it's going to destroy you, but man, it will cause so much chaos, not just in you, but it affects your generation. It affects those that you influence. It affects mothers. It affects wives. That's why I try to be very careful of what I do and how I do it, because I know it could affect everything around me. Number 5, and lastly, the great thing about it is that the distraction was dangerous and it was too late, but God still covered her. I know. I don't understand why the Lord still, he just be out here covering us, taking care of us, protecting us. He allows us, even when we fall, we fell forward because it's a learning lesson and we're able to learn from that. And we get into the hype of what happened, not realizing that the hype of what happened was the lesson that we needed to learn. We had to realize that in Eve, that there was redemption, that she was able to be restored because of her mistake, because of her failure, because of this distraction, the conversation, chaos conversation, the contaminating conversation. She was able to still be restored, but she was reminded that God still covers his daughters, even when they mess up. I'm not licensing nobody to mess up. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying in this book. But I'm showing you how not to mess up, how I've made mistakes, and I share with you my mistakes and how I've had Eve moments, man. As a pastor, as a mother, as a wife, I done had those moments, and I share that in this book. Listen, until next time, go get your book. If you haven't already, I'm hoping it's ready for you to go get the book and purchase it today online. I got some great things coming up, getting ready for, and I cannot wait to share on the next video. If you don't remember anything else, remember, you are a product of God's grace and mercy when you see yourself through God's eyes and not people. Stay blessed. Bye-bye. Marriage. Remember why you decided to be single. Remember why you decided to stay married.